Hello everyone, this is Collecting Casual here, and welcome to a little series that I like to call Failures of Nintendo. A series where we will be looking at 4 Nintendo consoles that have statistically failed. So let's take a look at the Nintendo 64. The Nintendo 64 is an amazing console. I mean, come on, just look at it. Incredible. This console brought video games into the third dimension, and is a staple in video game history for doing so. The console has 4 controller ports, meaning you can have up to 4 people play at the same time, which made it the multiplayer console for the time, especially with multiplayer titles such as Mario Kart 64 and GoldenEye. But the 64 also had its fair share of great single-player games as well. Ocarina of Time in particular is considered to be one of, if not the best game ever. The controller's a little strange, and I hear people complain about the weird shape, but personally, I find it comfortable to hold, and it was the first controller to have rumble via the rumble pack. But I don't have one, so violently shaking the controller will have to do. The only problem I have with it is that the analog stick has a poor build quality. I have no idea who thought that plastic was comfortable for my thumb to be pressed up against for hours. So why did the console fail? Probably because some other company said, yeah, we can make games too, and outsold the N64. The PlayStation was the console to beat the N64 in sales by almost 70 million units, and for good reason. The N64 was a cartridge-based console, whereas the PlayStation used discs, which have more storage space and are cheaper to produce than cartridges, at the cost of slightly slower loading times. So naturally, most of the third-party for that generation supported the PlayStation instead of the N64. The N64 still had third-party support, of course, because, come on, it's Nintendo. But the PlayStation was overall the better console of that generation, and outsold the 64, though many look back at the N64 and realize how great of a console it was for the time, and I generally hear more people talk about the N64 than the PlayStation, which solidifies it as an important piece of gaming history to many. So that was the Nintendo 64, a great console in my opinion, but there's not really much reason to come back to it now, as most of the best games on the system have had ports or gotten remakes on newer systems. And the games haven't aged well at all, so there's no real reason to come back to it other than for nostalgia or a bit of multiplayer fun. So I probably won't come back to it anytime soon, but that's mostly because I can't see my friends right now due to